Welcome to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, which is the location for today's race. The cars are out on the grid, so let's join the action down on the track. At 2,285 meters above sea level, the thin air of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez poses a unique challenge, not just to a driver's skill, but to the efficiency of their engines as well. 17 corners make up a lap of this 2.6-mile circuit, and you can expect incredible speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and overtaking too into the hard braking zones of turns 1 and turn 4. I'm joined again today by none other than Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, obviously there's a lot of development work that goes on with these cars between the races. You've been both a test driver and a race driver. What differences are there in the way you approach those roles?
Interesting question, Crofty. They're two very different mindsets. I mean, when I tested for BAR, we had full in-season testing where, per driver, you'd cover up to 15,000 kilometres per season. And in that role, it was more about working for the team, trying to help them improve the car and drive as systematically as you could, so that that data could be analysed in the most consistent way. When you're lining up on the grid for a race, however, your frame of mind's all about what you can get out of the situation on that day. And the car's the tool to help you achieve what you want. You still want to focus on setup, of course, but it's more about the here and now, getting yourself as far up the field as possible, and less about development work for the future.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Kimi Raikkonen starts today from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Ricciardo, Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen, Alonso, Sainz, Magnussen and Sergio Perez, Grosjean, Hülkenberg, Charles Leclerc and Gasly, Ocon, Van Dorn, Brendan Hartley and Marcus Ericsson, Stroll and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
You should have some space going into the first corner, so try to keep it tidy. Be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage. Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Nice move. Good job. Great work. That's a new fastest lap for the race. We're leading our teammate by 4.0 seconds. You are in first position, front of the pack. Bottas behind. The gap behind us is 2.7 seconds. They're on old Hypersofts. Your pit window opens in 2 laps' time. 14 laps to go. The gap to the car behind is 3.7 seconds. Push now. We're boxing this lap. You're leading the pack. P1. Bottas is behind you. Our gap behind is 5.3 seconds. They're on old hypersofts. The pit window is open. Pit window currently open. 12 laps to go. Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed. Release, release. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Sebastian is in the pits. Okay, gap ahead is 1.8 seconds. Right, the car behind has come in to put on the ultra soft tyre. That's the car behind, now on the ultra softs. Okay, our main competitors in this race are Bottas and Vettel. You are in first position, front of the pack. Bottas behind. Okay, the gap behind is 8.6 seconds. They're on fresh ultra softs. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 7 laps to go. There's 7 laps of fuel remaining. You're leading the pack, P1. The gap behind us is 8.6 seconds. They're on fresh ultra softs. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 6 laps to go. We're at +1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target +1. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. You are in first position, front of the pack. The gap to the car behind is 11.2 seconds. They're on fresh Ultra Softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 5 laps till the end. Our data shows the tyres are okay right now. We anticipate good levels of grip for the next few laps at least. Okay, some information on signs. They seem to have an issue. Gap to teammate behind is 14.0 seconds. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. You're leading the pack, P1. Our gap behind is 15.4 seconds. They're on old Ultra Softs. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. This is your final lap of the race. There's only one lap of fuel remaining. Caution, caution. Green flag, green flag. Superb driving. That's the race win.
A great win then for the Maranello team today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy and to stay out of trouble.
So here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Difficult call, but I'd like to say Esteban Ocon. He's just so gifted at getting the most out of his tyres, and he's shown
So it's time for qualifying here at Interlagos, the Autodromo Jose Pache. The teams have completed their preparations and are just waiting for the pit lane to open before they take to the